Hello everybody, welcome to Context Plus, a talk show hosted entirely within Neo's VR. We have a great show for you tonight. We have a lot of special guests. If you've never heard of a talk show in VR or just what we're doing, this is just going to be friends talking with friends of friends. So we're going to start off with people from your contacts list. These are people on my contacts list. We're gonna get them here on the couch, learn about them, talk about them, and then move on from there. We're gonna have a good debate about something that our resident writer is going to give us. I don't know what it is yet. Nobody knows what it is. It will be completely off the cuff, unscripted improv. Who am I? I am just a random crux. None of you know me. I'm just a guy. I don't know what I'm doing. Nobody here knows what we're doing. We have we have a small crew here. We have Newt Sponge as our camera operator. We have Madarin as our props and setup directors, stuff as that. Glitchflux is our writer, and we got me as our host. We have a great show for you tonight. We have a few high-profile people here today. We have someone who is in the lawyer of business, someone who is a skeleton, and the third one we don't quite have. I know we're fashionably late. We're still kind of waiting on him. I won't reveal him yet. If he doesn't show up, we do have a way to have the community help find him. After this episode's done, the only way you can get on this is if your friends have been on the show and they have to invite you. So, any of those people here are on your friends list and you want to be here on this show, you may contact them and say, hey, please recommend me for next week's show. Every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will start. We are a little late. Murphy's Law took over, but if you just hold on, we'll get the first guest out here in just a second. So, please stay tuned. Get your friends in here to watch, and hopefully this train wreck doesn't go too far off the rails. So, yep, that's it. Welcome back. Our first guest here tonight is Business Lawyer. Come on, Business Lawyer.
All right. Do I get a trophy?
Woo!
Where's my trophy?
I would shake your hand, but I forgot to put on the handshaker. All right. Everyone.
Where's my award?
Your award is...
Okay. I guess this
Best
chair
Business
will have
Lawyer.
to be
We
the...
left it behind. I'm sorry.
Oh,
so
man.
yes, you sit down
fine.
here.
That's fine, I guess. I'll forgive you.
We will have to... Oh, crap.
It's all
Neos,
good.
yay! I need my actual chair. Because I'm not going to do this without being in a real chair. Nah, where's my actual chair? All right.
You can't even sit down right.
I can't sit down right.
I mean, the standards are pretty low.
I know.
Good
Hold
golly.
on, I messed myself up. That should be good. All right.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. So, I
right.
know a lot of people know you, Business. Everyone
several
I don't know. I don't know how many people on Neos know you, unless all of Neos knows you. Why don't you tell people out here exactly who you are, and why should we even know you?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm just the resident bird android thing. A lot of what I do in Neos revolves around world building, making tools, development of some sort. So I tend to be more towards the business side of things. Unironically, but yeah, I guess I've made a few things that people like, and that's about it. I don't know.
Just make things people like.
I just make a few things, and that's kind of the weird thing. It's like I saw Neos VR as like a production application first and a social application second. I basically got onto the whole VR bandwagon just by consequence. Like my job asked me to do it, and I thought VR was the stupidest and most idiotic thing. I thought it was just the meme of the week, and here I am being a complete hypocrite about it. So
I mean,
yeah.
I thought before I got VR, I thought VR was just a place for you to dick around and not do anything really productive. But then I got VR, and You know, this is what happened. Now I'm stuck in VR.
Yeah.
I'm doing a talk show.
I know, right?
Like,
How crazy is
and
this?
it's we and
It's ludicrous.
it's Neo's. You literally can just do whatever you want, which is fantastic. Anything cool, like really cool that you've created or done anything with, like something that's people would be like, wow, that's fucking cool.
Well, I do motion capture in Neo, so like there's a number of animation capture programs that I've made within here using the logic system in Neos, and I actually use that as a means to export those motions out of Neos and into Blender or whatever the flavor of the week is as far as applications are concerned. You know, and like I do all of my set design in here too. So, you know, like I'm literally flying around with like an object placer gun, like just going bam, bam,
Just
and
shooting
yeah,
objects
it just
places.
started blasting, and then like you know, like
you came out blasting.
yeah, it's crazy. Like I never thought that I would be literally flying around my digital environments and just shooting things there, and then using that for my production sets. And you know, I use it a little bit for work too, because it's like you know, if I need an environment blocked out like really quickly, there aren't a whole lot of applications that let you do that in the same way that Neos does. So it's quite remarkable. It's kind of crazy how far things have come that allow us to do stuff like that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, talking about what you do for work. Do you want to tell anyone like what you do for work?
Oh, well, I do a work. I sometimes, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I tend to work a lot in the previz like theme park industry. I do a lot of like conceptual work for them, where like they need an environment built digitally before it's built for real. You might be able to see some of my work in like the Jurassic Park ride in Universal Studios, for example. And you know, they really needed a way to just pre-visualize everything before the engineers looked at it, so that they could build it knowing that, you know, it's like things like sight lines and like going like, okay, how is this going to look from this spot? Like you can't communicate that in a blueprint.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, like that's where people like myself come in and go, okay, well, let's kind of put like a vision behind this so that we can know what it's going to look like before the engineers you know, just slave away at because you know the engineers are like it's sometimes the art team and the engineering team fight and it's not pretty, because it's like the engineers are like, oh well, we can't build this, and the you know, the art team is like, well, we just want it to look like you know, all magical and stuff, and you know, they're often at odds with each other.
Yeah, like art makes something look pretty, and then like engineer makes something work. Usually something that looks pretty does not work at all.
Yeah,
it just doesn't work.
The bridge between both departments, for better or for worse. So
talk about Jurassic Park. You actually did something on the Jurassic Park like ride, like cool things about visualizing it, and they hired you to do this.
Yeah, so I was hired through a company, and like they had me work on various aspects of the Jurassic Park ride. I think the most notable things that I worked on was like the Indominus Rex armature. I did like the digital analysis for that, and like I also worked on like there's like these illuminated panels that play these video files that are supposed to like represent a tank for those aquatic dinosaurs. I don't even know what they're called.
Plesiosaurs or whatever they are.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and I did a lot of the previs for that content. So the people who made the final rendering, they took my video and they kind of used that as a reference to get everything in place. So yeah, it is a big production. A lot of people got
A lot of
Got a
people
pretty penny out of that.
a lot of people have seen your work.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And
Although they would never know that I worked on it, but
never
whatever.
knew some weird person in VR's doing this, some weird robotic chicken. So talking about smiles, something else. If people who know you know that you have a lot of office supply and office machine parts, why are do you when you're Booper, why do you ring? Why are you a dot matrix printer?
Well, I mean, why walk into an office when you can be the office? I mean,
you're the whole office.
How can anybody be more complete if they're not able to be the telephone or the fax machine or the printer?
Who's the water cooler?
Well, that's confidential. I don't think that would be appropriate for this show.
No, probably it's probably not okay.
I mean, I can call somebody if you want. I mean, I can ask them some questions as to whether or not it'd be okay.
Call the water cooler. They gonna answer?
Okay, they're busy checking the lint in their dryer. They're gonna have to get back to us or something.
They'll get back. They'll get back to us. And more about you. Why the name business lawyer? Because obviously you're not a business lawyer, so it's false advertisement.
If you look on Reddit long enough, or some other social media website, I'm sure you could find a credential. You just have to look long enough. Just search the entirety of those platforms. But no, I'm not actually a real lawyer, I guess.
You're a fake lawyer.
The name comes from the fact that even though I've worked in this industry for pretty close to 20 years now, nobody will take my word for it when I think something should be done a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So just for literally everything, I have to prove my point. So it's like I may as well just have been a lawyer at that point, because
you have to debate your points. And
it's like no matter how experienced you get, it just seems like in this particular industry, nobody believes you.
I think it's in every industry. I
don't know. Maybe it's just ego or something.
No one believes the expert.
Yeah.
They'll get the expert's opinion on something, then completely disregard it and say, why can't we do my opinion?
Yeah, I don't know how I would react if somebody just took my word for it right away, and I'm like, what? Repeat that?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
What? Where's my award?
This can actually happen? Are we in the same universe?
Crap. That's when you think you're dreaming.
Yeah, no.
All right. I think we got time on that. So thank you, business lawyer. We're going to have to go in for our next guest in just a moment. This is still a very new show, so we don't have very smooth transitions for this. You're going to have to, guys, be right back. We'll get our next guest here on in just a moment. We'll be right back. Let us get set up a little bit and make this less of a train wreck. Maybe.
Stop saying that. Stop it.
Why?
Well, because,
because if I keep repeating it, it's going to be true?
Yeah, exactly.
What if I keep repeating it and it's not true?
Well, you know the likelihood that it's not going to not be true is pretty low. So, but
wow, thanks for the vote of confidence on that.
You're welcome.
I know. Anyhow, we'll be right back. We got at least one more guest. We might have to bring out something to find the third, but
yeah, I provided some supplies,
some supplies to help find the third guest.
So solve the mystery.
Yeah, be right back. We got more for you in just a moment. Welcome back to Contacts Plus. We have just talked to the business lawyer who's false advertising. So now our next guest is going to be the head of moderation of Neos. It's going to be Canadian Git.
Get on the stage, you slacker.
I'm on the stage. I'm
going to give you a handshake.
God, you have
welcome,
the handshake
welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hello again, Canadian.
Glad to be here.
So you're staying out of trouble after that tragic, incident that you had the other day.
Just the other day? Well, yes.
Just the other day.
I mean, he did die.
At some point.
At some point, he died.
It only, it only cost him his life.
Twice.
Yep.
Nothing terribly important.
Nah, yeah, you don't need lives or anything.
Yeah, nobody cares about those garden gnomes.
Nobody cares about
the ones that perished.
No. So, Canadian Git, hopefully people know who you are. Tell people who you are.
I suppose I should clarify a little bit earlier. I'm not actually the lead of moderation of Neos. I'm just one of the leads. Veer happens to run our moderation things. I'm just a random skeleton that shows up and helps out from time to time.
One of the leads. So I'm partially correct, half correct.
That is true. And technically the role is lead. There's just also a chief moderation officer.
So there's a lead.
Fancier than lead. Veer
There's lead and chief lead.
Yes.
That's so confusing.
I think the chief lead just, they just keep their pinkies up all the time, so that they can be fancier than everybody else. It's like, to be fair.
Is it like the difference between producer and executive producer? It's just like a fancy title?
No. Veer actually has to manage and do things, which is great because it means I don't have to manage and do things.
No, that's good.
I just handle tickets, talk to people, bumble around office hours, fielding questions every week. It's super casual stuff.
Like super casual.
Super casual. So, as moderation, you kind of have to deal with this. People in
Neos as a whole.
Neos as a whole. It's probably why you're dead inside.
On the dead on the outside. That's entirely different.
Yeah, you're only dead on the outside. So you're half dead.
I'm quite lively on the inside.
Okay,
you don't sound very lively.
I don't know.
I have glowing, vibrant eyes. That's the most, just exudes liveliness.
Lively. You're just that's more like a death stare.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm smiling. I have a perpetual grin. My eyes are filled with light.
Your head is broken.
Everyone's head's broken a little bit.
It's because with people like Canadian, you don't just brush your teeth. You have to brush your whole head because
did he brush?
You have it easy. You can just use one thing for showering and stuff. You just use all that toothpaste and you could use it on your whole skull instead of just bleach.
Just one of those scrub brushes, the ones that you typically use for your bathroom wall. Don't even need a toothbrush. Just have that loaded up with toothpaste. Everything is calcium after all, and just scrub away vigorously, sometimes inside behind the
That's probably how the skull broke. He was probably scrubbing away, because you can take the head off.
Yeah, some people
probably
brush too hard.
Scrubbing away and dropped it, right?
That's obviously brush too hard. Canadian Git. You need to tone down on that. That's why your skull's falling apart.
Better than a moldy skull, could you imagine?
Well,
did it just grow algae or something?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did we get lichen on the skull? That'd be actually kind of cool.
I mean,
would it always grow in a north face or something?
Buzz cut, but
you've already got.
I'm going to.
You should probably get a mullet.
I don't think that would be their style.
So
I think that's more of the style as like Tales from the Crypt, that character from that movie. Although most of the people watching this probably don't even know what that is.
You're probably too young.
It's horrifying to think of. But if the goal is to keep me from breaking my head up even more, I'm not certain if introducing a lawnmower to its general vicinity is the best plan.
Oh no, I got a beep boop. Nope. Okay. Anyway, I had a beep boop, but it's beep boop on my Discord is nothing serious. Anyhow, so talking about the Git, what do you have like what do you do? Profession, if you want to say what you do as a profession, or is it strictly confidential?
Oh, I can actually say everything. I don't mind at all.
All
Both
right.
with Neos and outside of Neos. I happen to be outside of Neos, a researcher with the Canadian government. In Neos, I, again, as you mentioned earlier, work with the moderation team, helping with the community and dealing with any reports we get from players about concerns with other players. I also tend to contribute a lot to updates to the guidelines and talking to community members as we try and hash out how we should change things and make it a bit clearer going forward.
Your
Yeah,
researcher.
to me, that sounds like a huge headache because, people are so unpredictable.
That's why he's a skeleton, I think.
Possibly what killed me. But I mean, I've been a skeleton the entire time, and it had to have happened sometime before. Moderation duties in the past.
Were you that, or were you you were a researcher before getting on the Neos, right? So like maybe research killed you.
Well, that is the case. Government work could have killed me.
Government work
does
kills
kill
everybody.
A lot of people.
Oh yeah.
What's your
But
field
their
of
offices are so nice.
what's your field of research?
No. I work with corrections.
Department of Corrections?
Corrections Service Canada, but yeah, the Department
Basically,
of Corrections.
Criminals.
Essentially, doing research on a number of different projects tied to the correctional service up here in Canada.
Interesting. At least it's not America. I imagine
I think
American...
it's a proud Canadian tradition to lead any number of sentences with at least it's not America and then a bunch of bad things we're doing. But
Man.
yeah, that's true, I guess.
I mean,
I guess.
Oh man.
Everything with Canadian, there's just like, at least we're not America, you know.
It's a bit overblown, I would say. I think Canada and the States are closer than we often give it credit. But a not insignificant part of the Canadian identity is pretending that difference is bigger than perhaps it is.
I've been across the border, I think, a couple times, and like, I didn't see a difference. It's just like I get across the border and it feels like America still to me.
People are still people.
People are still
been
people.
there, so-
Shocking degree.
The only
All I
thing
know
that's
is that it's colder up there.
the only
Well,
thing
that is the case.
it doesn't. It's not like you're in America and it's like one temperature, but the moment you hit the border, it doesn't just go immediately negative 20 degrees. It's like not like the temperature really knows borders.
All I know is that eventually, when I'm an old geezer, maybe I'll be a desert hermit because I much prefer hot weather. Yeah. I'll just move to the desert and be happy there, and I'll just be all by myself. I'll be like 90 years old, and I'll finally be able to move down to the desert without any consequences.
If there was a more northern city for me to move to, I would have moved to it a long, long time ago.
Oh well. So you're a big
So you
North
live
Pole
on
person.
you live on the
Yes.
border then, because that is the most northern city in Canada. Is like right on the border.
Pretty much. I'm floating right around Canada's capital. There's not much further north than this that's of similar size. You can
Yeah.
always find a smaller town. We have a place called Alert, way up top, mostly a military base. I'm not going to move there, though.
Yeah, it'd
Okay.
probably a bad idea to move to a military base.
I'm pretty certain they have like less than 1,000 people. Be questions, to say the least.
Another thing to entertain our guests with is I don't know how people even know Canadian food, but Canadian food is awesome. Do you have like Canadian foods that everyone should try?
Oh, well, there's the obligatory ones that one has to recommend, which is usually poutine, something
love
about butter
poutine.
tarts. But if I'm going to recommend something, it'd probably be not an Ottawa special, but the thing everyone seems to get around here whenever we have our canals freeze over into a giant ice rink. That'd be things we call beaver tails. And they're just a pastry smashed flat, deep fried, and then covered in whatever will kill you fastest. Usually sugar, sometimes other things with sugar, but definitely sugar.
It's just basically a sugar pastry, a fried sugar pastry.
Heard them called elephant's ears in some places. We call them beaver tails. I don't know why. I don't think there's actually a difference. Just deep fried pastry covered in sugar.
Isn't it basically like a fried dough? It's just covered in literally everything.
It sounds like a
Yes.
carnival food.
It pretty much is.
Isn't Canada just a carnival?
Bits of it. Certainly feels it sometimes.
Especially French Canada.
We don't talk about French Canada.
Oh, there's no Canada like French Canada.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm very close to French Canada. I interact with a lot of French Canadians that come down on their vacation to here.
Yep.
I don't know why they would vacation to America.
You got out to French Canada.
Even French Canadians don't want to be in French Canada.
That's probably the case. Granted, Canadians always wander into the States. It's the more exciting place to be in North America if you want to go on a vacation, but not a fly across a good chunk of the planet level vacation. So,
As far as I know, they just go to Old Orchard Beach in Maine. That's just about every French Canadian just goes there. I don't know
Never
why.
visited. But then again, I'm not a French Canadian.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
they know something I don't.
you go to Old Orchard Beach in the summer and it's French speaking. It's just all French. Don't know why. It's just that's the place to go.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone's noticed him in here yet.
Are you
Probably
drinking
not.
your staff member?
That's what you do with staff members?
No, fair enough.
Yeah. It's what you're supposed to do with staff
containment.
members.
There's a guy who named Fur around here. They just put him in an armored dome because they just didn't know what to do with him.
They have to keep him domed up.
Yeah, they had to keep him domed up, and it's their house. But I know deep down inside they used it as a security measure to keep his insanity in check. So it's really
Is
cool.
that working at all?
As far as I
No,
know, it's
probably
not.
not.
Yeah,
I think there's
I've seen Fur around. He's everywhere he goes, chaos.
I
He
know,
both
right?
seems
They can't contain him.
loose and to be notably less crazy than before. So I got doubts. I didn't think
he's
my focus.
he's probably got a
the crazy
military
just
base underneath
bounces
the
off
house.
the dome.
Yes, he's a cool guy though.
Oh yeah, I've interacted with him a couple times. I haven't actually sat down with him. We should maybe get him on here at some point.
you
Sit
should
down.
definitely get him on here.
I don't know if he would shut up.
Well, that's your problem, not mine.
I mean, we'd try to go to next part. And I would be out of things to say. Fur would just keep going and going and going and going.
I mean,
going.
you didn't bring Fur to your show or anything else for that matter, so he could sit quietly in the corner.
True.
That wasn't the goal.
He would not be a guest that we could come out second or third. He would have to be the first, or else it would the whole world would explode.
Yep, just feed him candy bars until.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
We
That
get a
would just-
writer here? Is there like a table somewhere in the back with tequilas and Skittles or whatever the hell else?
Yeah.
We could totally do that.
I didn't get any donuts, while I was waiting to be called on stage.
You were
I'm very
first.
upset about that.
I got a tiny
Well,
patch
that-
of studio and a chalkboard.
You get like a
I mean, at least you got to
coffee
eat
and,
chalk.
a mug and a chair, and you get your own space. What did we get? Like I didn't get any snacks or donuts or
Do you want to be here?
No, but I'm just using them as an example.
We could have Matter and trade places with you.
And
Hey.
I would want designated
looks great.
donuts that are specifically for me, that are color coded, saying, these are my donuts and nobody else can have them.
That's just selfish to donuts.
And that's oddly specific.
Yes.
I mean,
I
I would
went-
criticize him for being specific, but I think tequilas and Skittles is not the most common set of treats in the world. So, you get your donuts.
Yeah.
I'll help you
wow.
kill one
Designated
Skittles.
donuts.
all right, so we
very
have to
specific
ask-
to me.
We have to ask questions of what the guests want before they come on. Like, what do you want in your green room? And just give them that. I don't know. We have some weird combinations.
First item, a green room.
Yeah, we need a green room.
What do you mean? You have a
we
green
we
screen
have
right
we
there.
have this we have outside. You could just get yeeted outside, and that's your green room.
Elements of this room are green. Nothing out there is green.
So we
I have
need
a
to make
feeling-
the sky green.
Well, that could do.
Okay.
I'm guessing your definition of a green room is different from mine.
He wants a room that is green.
Yes.
That's all he wants. That is his. He wants a green room.
Also filled with treats. And
What if it
booze.
was a green room filled with green Skittles?
Okay.
Just the
But
green
what's the
Skittles?
color have to do
Just
anything with
green.
that?
Skittles. Just
That
green.
makes it less appealing. Oh.
Well,
It's
I'd
green,
imagine
though.
the green color would.
It's a green room, and then we get the fake absinthe. That's green.
Okay, it's
And
getting
then
more
Green,
appealing.
green.
It's like
And the only way out is a slightly different colored green door.
No, it has to be the same color
The exact same color.
with no door handle. It'll be push only. So you have to walk around the walls, pushing the green walls to find the one.
no. So basically, that's essentially these RPG. You know, you just be reliving the Nintendo Super Nintendo age.
reliving Wolfenstein 3D
Yeah,
when you
just
like used to like
click
bump
on every
against the
wall.
walls to find the hidden rooms.
Yep, find that 1 pixel coin. You know, just do it.
Escape into the studio.
While we're still on Git here, moderation. Have you ever heard of like what's the dumbest thing like you've had to moderate or do like people being
That's a
retarded?
loaded question.
You don't have to say names. What's the dumbest thing?
The official stance of moderation is that we do not divulge any details of moderation tickets that have ever been received previously.
Whoa,
Even
that's
if we've
good. We never
attempted to
do.
anonymize them, there's the potential that users might be able to de-anonymize them based on the details we would provide.
So confidential.
No. But I can tell you about dumb things that happened at moderation office hours. That's
Okay,
not
do that. Do something
confidential in any capacity.
something that's
Yeah.
public.
Usually people come into office hours and they ask me the damnedest questions. Something like, can you tell me the dumbest thing you've ever received in a ticket?
So me.
Almost every week.
Oh, man.
So I'm the dumbest. I'm the dumbest thing you've seen
I
so
believe
far,
it was the damnedest.
that's so far.
But so
so
far.
far. I am pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm retarded. Let's see. We would have a third, but I don't know where he. Oh, is he online? Where is he? He's there. All right, our third guest is online. He's just not in studio right now. So if you give us
Well,
a couple, we can
okay.
get our third guest in.
Well, we got our, you know, we have our contingency plan out. No,
We
I mean,
do have our
we did bring out a search party for him.
Yeah.
Prepared.
Yeah, so we're gonna
And
try to get him in, so we can have our third guest and finally get to when everyone is sitting here.
They may or may
and
not
our
have been
final-
kidnapped.
And if anything, you can just make fun of the thing in the mug. You know,
This would be our third guest, Ken. If our proper guest doesn't show, so everyone watching for him.
Yeah, we can show you an improper guest. So
Yeah, here's our improper guest.
I'm the improper guest. I'm the disabled guest. I can fulfill that position easily.
Yep. So if you guys just hold on
Well.
tight, we're gonna go through a small bit of technical issue. It might take a few minutes, so sit tight. Hopefully you enjoyed the show so far, and we're going to get to our third guest. So give us a moment. Be right back. Welcome back to Contacts Plus. We have actually found our third guest. It took a little bit. We found him. We put out a good search party. Business Lawyer helped with search party. So luckily, the search party of why do they call it a search party? Man, why would you have such a good time trying to find somebody?
Well,
Like, you break
Nexalon
out-
was attacked by gnomes and ninjas, and we got him back, and now he's here on the stage.
Thank you for letting him know exactly who's coming up next. Nexalon, come on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing your job for you.
Woo! I'm gonna give you a
Hello.
handshake. Yeah, nice to
thank
meet
you,
you.
thank
Nice
you.
to meet you. Go ahead, sit down here, and let's get to everything
Hey,
here.
everyone.
Yes.
Our
Hello, internet user.
entire
Welcome.
first
I also like
first
looking at
episodes-
illuminated screens.
guest list. Nexalon, let them know who you are.
Hey everyone, I'm Nexalon, producer here at Neos VR. I just want to let you guys know that I'm just somebody that helps direct and guide out the whole project here, and it's nice to be here. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
That's all I can think of.
Convincingly said,
Yeah.
Nexalon.
Convincingly
Yeah.
said. Yeah, I know. You usually do a lot of the live streams. What do you do? Like
Yeah.
two a week, or how much is a week?
I've been doing a live stream for the past almost 3 years now of every Friday.
Every
and
Friday.
sometimes have done streams on off days as well. I've even in the past done a 24-hour stream. Not going to do that again, but yeah.
Don't blame you.
No, that's doing a 24-hour stream is
I
just
was very
death.
energy deprived after the 20-hour mark.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So we were having trouble finding you, so we put your picture on some milk here for just to try and find you.
Is it
Event,
nut milk?
it is a volley milk, and we are not going to question exactly where this came from. This is a PG-rated
Okay.
show.
Okay.
Put that down there. We don't need that anymore. If you guys have a Nexalon branded volley milk in your fridge, you may now keep that as a souvenir. About going you do those lives on
Nut
Twitch.
milk
You
for all
usually
the
go
vegans too.
yeah. You go out to like many worlds, different places. Usually I see you going
Yeah.
to like crazy places. What's like the coolest place you've been to so far in Neos? Like what people have created? Like what sticks in your mind out of these 3 years that you've been doing it?
Oh wow, that's definitely a question. Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
I
that's
go
tough.
through every single world to make sure that it can be featured, make sure that there's no like content inside of there that isn't allowed or whatnot.
No Contacts Plus Hidden
and-
World stuff.
Yeah, but I go through and I've featured out all of these worlds that you see for, or at least most of them. And I would say, I don't know, out of all the ones, I would say probably picking on our side for our team that's made out, probably Sojourner Island, just because of the amount of content that's inside there, as well as I really like that game. What was it called? The puzzle game that Coffee made out. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Canadian, get it?
Yeah, the Cabin World. Cabin of
Yeah,
Seasons.
yeah,
or-
Cabin of
Cabin
Seasons.
of
Yeah,
Seasons.
That one was really
Cabin
good.
of Seasons was a really wonderful one. I'd probably have like a list though of like ones that were specific, but it's hard for me to just choose one. I feel like
It's just
out of-
lots of
there's- 'cause there's quite-
crazy things people
yeah,
make in Neos.
I would say that there's like if I had a tier list and not just of it being featured, there would definitely be like 15 top tier worlds that I would say that are quite
15?
amazing.
Holy cow.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably around there.
I don't get
like,
out that
there's-
much. I really should go to some of those worlds. I'm a recluse. I just sit here.
Yeah, the best way to see them
your
is
feet
just
look
by
terrible.
going featured worlds. But you know, there's some feature worlds where they're not as, in my opinion, they're not as good as like some of the other ones. But yeah, there's other
Stop
ones that are
moving.
just like amazing and incredible with the amount of detail that they put inside of the world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
there's a
was-
science in getting things set up in here too.
Like-
So there's a lot to consider. The things that I appreciate most is when people focus on things like sound design in their work, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's often forgotten
That's
about.
definitely a thing. There's usually check mark boxes as what's go through as like what makes this world featureable, right?
Yeah.
The best thing is that there's audio, there's the visuals of it, there's the logics and the interactions that you're having inside of that world. So there's plenty of things, the lighting, the way that, let's say if somebody left out like a dev tooltip in an area and they forgot about it, that can actually mark you down of not getting your world featured, because if it's messy or there's like a mess there, that's probably going to make it so then the world doesn't get featured. So it's about having a world as intent, and intent to be as an experience that somebody goes through. That's usually what will get a world to be featured and being set through.
Yeah, because I know recently that one of the streams I joined in on right at the end, you went to like this weird like puzzle worlds kind of thing where you would like hop over platforms. You have to use like the mirror and like follow and try to find.
Yeah, we did that on our last stream.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was quite a lot of fun. That was my first. That was my first time playing that game actually on stream, because I didn't even know. Usually, sometimes that happens. It's hard to go through every single one, but yeah, that was a really fun game world.
Yeah, I went through there and I just like looking at the mirror. I'm like, oh no, like how do you do this? And just tried to figure it out, and I didn't get that far before I started trying to cheat. You know,
yeah. Blacker.
just got bigger. You know, just increase your scale. You can just walk across it. You know, just duck through the doorways. You're fine. Use the flight system.
Glad you admitted that on live. You know. We
Yeah,
can keep
I'm a
this
cheater.
I love your desk chair, by the way. You got that nice DX racer.
Oh yeah, I know. You got only nothing but
Yeah, looks very
professional
comfy.
here. Yeah.
All they're
Yeah.
missing are the LED
Kitty
lights
couch
on
and the DX racer
office
chair.
chairs now.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
where's your
Non-optional, they
RGB
have to
chair?
be there.
You didn't want to spend the extra $75 for
No.
that?
no,
Just
Extra
gotta make it
75 to
red.
150 bucks?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I
Faster,
couldn't-
of course.
couldn't put RGB. I mean, everything. You know, we got our little kids couch. We've got a little desk chair. It shows that our combined age is probably 20.
I'm sure they would have manufactured it with LEDs for you, you know.
Oh yeah, I
Big time.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
We'll do that
this-
for the next show.
for next show. It's full of RGB.
Yeah, I'll actually draw an outline on it, and we can make it RGB for you. Yeah,
Yeah, and we make it
Yeah,
pulse
that's
with
the
like
future,
people's
I guess.
talking. I mean, it'll be great.
It's possible.
Yeah. So, I don't know what much else to talk about. We could go into our next segment, which
Uh-oh.
is
Sounds
going to
good to
be
me.
everyone here now on the couch. Our next segment is going to be coming up here once our very shaded out dog gets ready. I think he wasn't paying as much attention as he should have been.
Is it anything involving me and the green screen and me reading off a list of lines?
If you were on a green screen, you would be invisible.
Because if it goes to that, oh well, yeah, it's true.
You would just be
Yeah,
you would just
actually,
be
yeah.
an you would just be an
About it.
underbelly. It's an underbelly reading a list of lines. Everything else doesn't show.
Why
Yeah.
does that actually sound entertaining?
I mean, it might be. It's like those people that do
Next time.
like the weather reports, but they wear like a green Zentai suit or something like that, just to so their head exposed. So their head is just floating on the weather.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got. I don't even know what he's picking right now. He's picking some sort of topic that we need to talk about on right now,
Okay.
and it looks a long one. It looks like it might be a long one. What? I'm
That'd be
scared.
the
I am legit
importance
scared.
of pocket lint on your day-to-day activities, or
The importance of pocket lint. Oh God, what is
I mean,
this?
that's
Here we go.
pretty valuable.
let's see.
All right. This is the topic we're going to currently have to talk about. If you had to marry a puppet made by the Henson Creature Studios from Star Wars, which chosen spouse would cause the least marital problems? What?
I'm assuming the Henson Creature Studios do the Muppets.
But or from Star
okay.
Wars. So either you're gonna have a Muppet or someone from
Never
Star
actually.
Who would cause the least marital problems.
Would-
And not only
that's
Muppets,
that's a
you also
really
have
loaded
the
question.
Crystal, you have Labyrinth, you have anything by Henson.
Anything by Henson. But
That's a
there's a lot
category.
to pick from.
Yeah, that's
like who causes the least marital problems?
I choose R2D2 because robots, and yeah, they probably cause the least marital problems.
I mean,
So
they
there
don't
you go,
put
that's
out
my
they don't
answer.
put out that much though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what?
It's just you're
Comes
just like
about
dating
what?
a trash can at that point.
Yeah,
If-
my choice is
even-
R2D2. If we're gonna have a marriage and I'm not gonna have any issues, I'd imagine that
I
would
mean,
be
you're-
a beep bop boop.
You
Even
just
though
beep
they have
up.
to bleep out every word.
Yeah,
R2D2 could be mad at you and you won't even know it. Just like beep bop boo. It
Yes.
just slowly rolls away from you. I mean, it doesn't cause much marital problems. But all you need to do is close the doors, and R2D2 probably can't even get out.
why is it specifically a puppet though?
That's a
I
really
don't-
Like, why are
strange
we marrying
metric.
the puppet?
I don't know
why
why
are
we're
we
Successful
marrying
marrying
a
marriage.
puppet?
Well,
of the-
anything from
of
creatures,
this-
anything from Henson Creature Studios. You can just get you can just or Star Wars. So like I mean, you could go marry Princess Leia
Yeah, I
if you
guess
want
R2D2
to.
wasn't
Next
really
has
the-
already made their answer.
The
So
answer-
they're
the
stuck
answer
with
is
it.
R2D2.
It
You're
can't
stuck
be
with
a
that.
human. It has to be a
Stuck with
puppet.
that.
So
Yeah, I'm stuck
not
with that
Princess
answer.
Leia,
So-
something
so
where
doesn't
Oh, marry a
constitute
puppet
a
made
puppet.
by
a
Henson.
puppet from Star Wars or a puppet from
A
the
puppet
Henson
from
Creature
Star Wars?
Studio.
Those actors are
What?
puppets.
How many? So we have to get. Okay, wait a minute. Puppet
know.
from Star Wars.
So
what
Yoda.
puppets? Just Yoda?
Yeah, Yoda's a puppet.
I'll
That's just
choose Jabba the Gutt.
D2 is still
There you
arguably a
go.
puppet.
Yeah,
Would
I know.
would General Grievous count as a
I
puppet?
choose Jabba the Gutt.
He was CGI.
If we're choosing an actual puppet.
I mean, it's still
I mean, I guess
technically a
R2D2 is a puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, Grievous is
R2D2
CGI.
is a
Glory to
puppet.
that.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
definitely go with General Grievous.
Yeah.
He knows
I
how
feel
to
our
get shit
definition for
done.
puppet is slowly expanding.
We're gonna keep
Yeah.
expanding this. This is a
Exactly.
very specific question.
I
My
mean-
brain can't even handle that. I was scared. I'm very scared now.
That was
They
a
did
long
miniatures
expansion you got
of the
going
Death
there, Canadian.
Star. So does that count as a puppet?
And the Death Star tech. Wait, that would mean that any of the spaceships are puppets because they were filmed puppeteered to make, the set. You could marry a Star Destroyer if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean,
R2D2
if
has
people
some
can
serious
marry an
competition.
airplane, then it makes complete sense that they could
Are you-
marry a
I
Death
mean,
Star,
yeah,
yeah.
people could marry an airplane. You heard of aeromorphs.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
marry airplanes. I'd totally want to marry a MiG-22.
I mean, I've heard that
You said it, not
relationships
me.
have a lot of maintenance, but a MiG-22 has by that standard, just an atrocious amount. I don't know if it'd be the least marital problems.
I
I'm
mean,
glad that we got into that topic now. As from that, yeah, that made
Yeah,
the
yeah.
conversation really went downhill quickly.
Yeah, I did.
all right.
Yeah.
This is complicated to talk about. Hey, Glitch, why don't we get something? What's another topic? I don't know if we're gonna be marrying puppets.
We haven't
I'm-
even talked about Kermit.
Teach their own.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
mean, yeah, you could marry Kermit, but
I don't know. They have that
I don't
naggy kind of sound
he's
to
already
them.
got Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Why would you get in on that and make a love triangle?
It's not always easy being green.
Yeah, and he's always depressed about being green and stuff. He
I
just
feel
sounds
I
like
could
a
make
frog.
it work. I feel I could make it work with Kermit.
A skeleton and a frog together.
Wow, okay, well, yeah.
A strong
That just completely
stance
did
here.
all. It was
Seems-
before it completely bad, and now it's just yeah.
And,
I'm glad that that's now in my
I
head.
feel
forever.
like I could talk
I'm
to
sure,
Kermit.
I'm sure the
We
fan
could
art
get
will
through
be coming
all
out
of the.
of Canadian Get with Kermit the Frog. I'm sure
I
that
know
fan
what you're
art is
talking
going to
about,
look
like,
lovely.
It'll be
No,
posted
I mean,
in the front page of
Bird
Neo's.
would make a really good meal. I'm just
Well,
saying.
there's that,
You could feed a party of like 50 with that thing.
which really cuts down on the marital problems.
Yeah, it really does.
All
I'm
right.
just saying. I mean,
I'm just gonna gesture at this. I'm just gonna. Why?
Well-
Okay. What would be the funniest program
Oh,
you can
better.
install on a protogen? Doom?
I'm gonna
I
say
mean, you have to see if it works, so yes.
a Skittles dispenser.
I mean, yeah. What about Bonsai Buddy?
Sure,
don't-
why
I
not?
mean, have Bonsai Buddy or just Clippy. Just have Clippy on the visor.
Or Cookie Clicker, yeah. and just click, 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 click,
yeah,
Oh,
click,
yeah,
click,
Cookie
yeah.
click.
Clicker would be
Yeah.
great. I mean,
Yeah.
Madeline
What
would
about-
love it.
What's your guys' thought? What do you think would be a good
oh
installed
man,
program
that's
for
a
Progen?
big one. Well, I would think that I could. Yeah, I would just make it, Microsoft Office. I would
Hey,
basically just
that
make
branding
them,
is going
instead
away.
See,
That
instead of
seems cruel.
instead of going to an office, I would rather just be the office. So why not make the Protogen
put-
into a fully functional office? I mean, they should be able to do everything, like printing.
Is
you
it
know,
funny
or
to be functional?
calling,
Is that what it's,
Where-
it said the
making
it said the
phone
funniest
calls.
it said the funniest
could,
program. How's
you
that
could just-
how's that funny though?
You could
Business
just
lawyer,
print
how's that funny?
things. It's not funny. It's a
Business lawyer
it's
is
what I-
The best
serious.
kind of humor.
Oh well,
Always business. There's no sense
Always
of humor.
business.
No.
Yeah.
Always
I mean,
business. Always money
I'm
printing
always
and always
business. Yeah,
dealing.
funniest.
That-
the funniest program.
Funny.
Well, it would be. Wow.
I guess
I can al-
Microsoft
I'm
Office would
getting
still
all
be pretty.
office, all
be
office
funny.
work.
It would be-
Microsoft.
Microsoft 365, you'd have to have your Protogen on a subscription service.
I do have the updated version of the Proto. I mean, they decided
no.
to slim them
Looking
down.
great.
So that they thought they had the assets that they had were too large, so they decided to update the
You said-
Protogen so that it's
They had to make a Protogen less dummy thick.
yes.
Why would anybody do that?
Well, it's what the people want, right? They
No,
they
the
don't.
people want thick Protogen.
Oh, well, the updated,
That's
I feel
downgrade.
like I have to ask. This
What?
is very clearly a Protogen face just duct taped onto you. Which
no,
I
it's
mean,
not-
where
it's
did you
not-
find the Protogen face?
Don't tell them.
Fair enough. So that's new model of Protogen.
Yeah, it's
That
a new
came
model.
out.
It's coming out.
Slim,
Wow.
Yeah, very soon.
sleek, efficient, fast.
Yep, look at
10
that.
out of 10. Quality.
So good looking.
No
Oh,
murders
no.
involved in its
Wait, so-
creation at all. 100% reduction from the previous models.
No,
So
yeah.
wait, now
Yes,
now I have
program
to
them with your
ask.
cookie clickers and your Skittles to be dispensed.
But
Mhm.
I
no,
feel
so,
somewhat
so if you,
obligatory
if you
to
have a
people to
clicker,
put Tinder on or
Office.
something.
if you put Office on a Protogen, where the crap is the keyboard?
Well, I don't know.
Touchscreen.
Their belly
It's
button.
just-
And I'm not a
Their belly
Protogen,
button.
but I trust if you
Right?
brought a Protogen on,
You just
they
have to
would
do it Morse
attest that
code. You're just
certain
pressing their
people
belly button
know
multiple
how to
times.
type
Wait,
it
what?
find buttons to press on the Protogen.
Wait a minute. We're installing programs on a Protogen. What's their input types? Like, do they have a floppy drive or a CD drive, USB ports? Where are they?
I
These
would
aren't
imagine they
questions
would
you
have a
ask in
hard
polite
drive.
company.
They would have a
He's got a point.
I
It
would
does
know.
have a
I'm not
point.
Trojan. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know. They would basically they probably eat those Pi Zeros every day.
Just
They eat pie every day, I guess.
that's
Wow,
why it's
that's
called a
such
Raspberry
a dad
Pi.
joke, business lawyer. Such a dad joke.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Good thing you're a dad. Yep.
That's how you tell how old somebody is. The more dad jokes they make. Just,
Yep.
Yep.
just-
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I don't know what else we install in Protogen. I'll always install viruses and just see what happens. Like Sub 7, I don't know whoever
That's kind of
remembers
messed up.
that.
That would be I would imagine that would give them form of like a mental handicap now.
I mean,
you're
they would
doing that.
probably need
That's their
protection.
existence.
They just
Just
upgrade
like
it. It's,
having a
it's
virus
fine.
in
You know,
real
if you
life.
get just
Right.
replace
Yeah.
the
It
RAM
gets
modules.
sick. They'll start sneezing RAM sticks all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
If
just
you
losing their RAM.
sneeze and any quantity of organs come out of you, seek immediate assistance.
That's not normal. This is coming from a skeleton.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose I.
I mean, you know,
Well,
your
it's-
success
Well, we had
metrics are
first time experience.
pretty questionable at this point.
First
Never
hand.
mind.
If-
I was
if
going
you
to
want-
say I'm an exception in this regard, but honestly, no. If I sneeze and you see a lung come out, just ask questions or immediately go get help. That's
Whose
still
lung would
probably
it
a bad
be?
situation. Yeah, I don't know.
Or put
I
the lung
can't
in the
give you
ice chest and
answers. There's
sell it on the black
honestly.
market,
Yeah.
and then we can make a profit.
Yeah, it's
Wait.
a paradox of sorts.
That's a
because-
new business model. We could just farm Git for
Yeah, I'm
organs.
surprised business lawyers and hopping in on this venture.
This is the oddity. You'd have to find the organs. The weirdness comes from them appearing. I don't think I have them on hand.
Look at this organ
Mm.
expert.
Over
you
over
don't have
time,
any.
you
Yeah, yeah.
over time you
Oh,
generate
technically,
organs.
I don't either.
We don't ask
Well,
where they
I don't
come
think it
from.
works like that, sweetie. I don't think it works like that.
It might.
It might act
I'm pretty sure
if he's coughing out lungs, but he has multiple lungs, he's coughing out, and he's a skeleton.
He has a point. If
He's
if
gotta
that's
be
your like,
growing them.
magical skills to constantly cough up lungs, I feel like you could really benefit the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
By doing
Why
that.
aren't you getting in on
donate all
this?
those lungs.
I
Yeah.
don't think. Look, even if you find future in which I am consistently coughing up lungs, there is probably not a net increase in lungs around the world. There's
you
like
are-
a local increase in lungs, but I'm not making them.
So you
helping
are just
the
you're just
world.
signing people up
No.
to be organ donors.
Essentially. But I've probably not increased the total supply of lungs.
Well, you at least get people to be organ donors.
That is
I mean,
true. Depending on how hard you want to be about the word donor.
live organ donor.
I mean, you're talking to a skeleton here and about live organs.
There is
I
that.
mean, if you're a live
You
organ
can't
donor,
dance
you can
around
just
that topic.
get organs out of. We have another protogen face, but if you just get live organs out of people, you don't have to be dead to donate those organs. You just rip it out.
Are you trying to copy
True
me?
statement. Yeah. Yeah.
I
trying to
mean,
do that?
prior to the organ donation.
I mean, after they
won't be
donate, they
dead.
might be dead after, but that's beside the point. At least they helped. At least they
Yeah.
helped.
Yeah.
This is true. I'm not certain why, if I had a series of organs, I would decide to store them in my chest. You people do that. Seems
You know-
messy, inconvenient,
But we have
Necessary
little,
weight.
But
little-
it works.
In all
scarcely
seriousness,
sanitary.
But it
time
works.
with the holidays.
What are we
Yeah, to
serious
get
about?
back to that question, like the first program, like I think that would be replacing random words with other words and just making them adhere to that. You could
Changing-
place like
Just
the
changing
to
their language.
Yeah, just
So funny and
changing the
quirky.
language.
How
Yeah.
funny that is. So quirky you are, business lawyer, truly.
So quirky,
So
it's
funny.
so brilliant. Yes.
So quirky.
So
So
quirky.
love it.
steel,
So-
okay.
Okay. Now
If we're
where's my
going
medal?
for old-fashioned
Where's your
ones,
medal?
we should just have Minesweeper on their display. They always seem to
Mm.
enjoy when people
Yes.
walk up and just relentlessly poke at their screens. So I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll go
Exactly.
over.
And then, and then
Led
it
Zeppelin.
explodes, and then their head like, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. You
That
can
would be
play it
funny.
once.
Mhm.
Play
You just
the
have to
game
make
once.
sure you find all the mines. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
win this game.
And if you don't find if you hit the mine though, the protogen explodes.
I feel the protogens are not going to agree
Ah,
to this,
yes.
but that does add a
Honestly,
fun
if
element
that,
of risk to
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if somebody would make something exactly like that inside of here, and it actually work like that. You really
That is
could.
You can totally
whoever's
do it.
watching. If you're in Neos and you want to do something funny, put Minesweeper on a protogen, and when you miss and you hit the mine, the protogen completely explodes, killing everyone within a 20-meter radius.
Oh my gosh, why a 20-meter radius? That's quite a large radius.
I think that's
Because it's
reasonable.
All for the jokes.
all for the
Ah,
joke.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, right.
No other reason.
Just playing
yes.
Minesweeper on my protogen inside a
You-
big cluster of people that are talking all around me, and then
It just all die. Yeah, see? Now there's the
Yes.
humor. I mean, it's like you wouldn't
Yes,
if
death and
someone's trying to
destruction is
defuse
humor.
if someone's trying to
yeah,
defuse
I
a
feel
bomb,
I feel like
you wouldn't-
Canadian Git's got the best one so far on that
Yeah,
one
yeah,
for
yeah.
a funny program. That would definitely take the cake. I feel like right now.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously,
Yeah.
inside of every single bomb is just a game of Minesweeper. And the reason why they all go off is because they lose.
Is he even there? There. Yeah. I'm just saying. Next. I don't have to. I'm
It
trying to
seems,
mime.
it seems like your background people in the back aren't being paid enough. You should.
We don't
they're
pay them at
arguing.
all. We need.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We need.
then
we-
they'd be on it. I mean, if you gave them a few shillings, they'd be doing things right
I
now.
think
What's
I
going on?
have.
What kind of person?
Don't.
That
That was
put
also
next
our-
seats on the next episode so
are
that
we-
they can just launch people into
And
space.
and they're not even the good saltine crackers. They were like in the pre-packaged. They seemed like they were stolen from the store. What's
We
going
have
on
brought you a package
they
of
probably are
pistachio
stolen.
shells. Enjoy.
here? Well, at
Shells.
least it's better than the Eric Andre show, so it's fine.
We're not bounced like diving through walls and exploding and killing everybody.
Yeah.
Would you like a new topic?
Yeah, I was trying to
Okay.
pantomime to that. I could
Okay.
yell it.
Yeah.
I could just scream it at. You know what we need? We need like a little like walkie-talkie, just like next topic. Come on, next topic.
Yeah,
This one's
yeah,
on
Or
your
you, could
team.
just have, or you could just have the button that electrocutes them on the other side. That's what we like to do.
We're
Yeah.
The one
losing
that takes-
subscribers.
What's he doing?
Yeah, you press the button and they get electrocuted. And it wakes them up.
You gotta put a
How
shock.
fast
in
can we
it.
have this?
We gotta
How
put
many
a.
things can be solved with shock collars?
Every
Yeah, we can-
second that we
a-
spend waiting for a new topic, we're losing
Yep.
viewers.
We're lost all of one of our viewers.
Oh no,
Oh no!
5 right now.
no! Wow, those people must
5.
have
I
had a
can,
lot of free
I
time.
can count 5.
Hello, several
I can count that
people.
on a hand.
Hello,
Hello,
internet enthusiasts.
Where do the
I hope
forest
you are
animals go
having-
during inclement weather?
To
Yes.
places not experiencing it as severely.
That's logical, but like they can't just like get in their car and drive away.
Well, usually under a tree or cave, or one assumes flying through the air in a tornado.
Yeah, where they have their secret base, where they plot world domination, and then they go out and watch people. They record them, and then they just, they act dumb, but we know they're up to
Naturally.
something.
It's
We know
really
that
the
they're
The squirrels are the ones
Scheming.
gonna take over. The squirrels are the ones. How much do you hear? Like you look at a squirrel, like they're obviously plotting something.
yes.
I'm answering
they
this
could be.
seriously, right? I would imagine a cave or a hole. No.
Nah, don't answer
Mm.
serious. I mean, they could go through a cave in or hole, but like, hurricane. Some of these places like Florida, like there's animals there. There's no caves or holes. It's a sandbar.
Calling out Florida.
I am calling out Florida. Why? It's a sandbar, and they get hit by hurricanes.
I mean, sometimes Florida's the answer. Winter shows up here, all of the geese decide, nah, I'm not really for that. And off they go to Florida.
Why does everyone go to Florida?
I don't know, the old
Because the
people
geese
go
go
to
Well,
to
that's
Florida.
because it's because
We now
that's
know.
that's the
Because
world's
geese.
source of Bengay.
That's where all the Bengay
that's where-
comes from.
that's where all the Bengay
and
is.
the geese.
Yeah.
Canadian geese don't want to be in Canada in the winter.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to take a bath in a vat of Bengay, then you can do it in Florida.
Only in
I mean,
Florida. That's
anything-
their state specialty, we'll assume.
Only in Florida, Florida Man is a superhero, and everyone in Florida is Florida Man.
Yes.
We know this.
Okay, but if Florida Man's a superhero, he's also simultaneously a supervillain.
Okay,
Yes.
why is that?
Have you read any story leading with Florida Man?
Oh, well, okay. I'm a little behind. Is
Do we
the
need
ice
to-
bucket challenge still is that still a thing?
So Business Lawyer
I
is
mean, we could-
apparently not on the internet. He is actually too.
Are you not an internet enthusiast who enjoys seeing things through illuminated screens close to their face?
I have seen several internet pictures.
swine!
Oh, no.
Uncultured swine!
Don't worry, I'll do better. I'll start looking up fidget spinners and start collecting them.
Yeah.
I know that's what all the kids are into
I
right
feel,
now.
I feel like he's a little bit 5 years late, but that's okay.
I think he's
Okay.
more than 5 years late. Is it still the 1990s in your head?
Oh well. Okay.
was the fidget spinner
I
made in
guess
the
I should
1990s?
adjust
No,
the-
I
the
think I
internal
was
clock
early
here.
early to mid 2000s for fidget spinner. Was it
mean-
mid 2000s for fidgets?
I
think
don't
it was
mean
like
to accuse.
2017 or
God, I am old.
2016.
I am old.
2016, 2017.
You
I'm
are
thinking
part fax
things-
machine.
Yeah. I can
He's
only
part
print
dot
bills right
matrix.
now though.
He's part dot matrix printer. When was
Yeah.
the last time you've seen a dot matrix printer?
Well,
it's been a while.
Now.
Other than Business Lawyer.
Oh, no, they
Yeah.
don't exist anymore.
Well,
Yeah,
the
well,
DMV
Business
had
Lawyer.
one.
Business Lawyer
Yeah.
is the world's source of dot matrix printers.
Yes.
And bills,
no.
as it were.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
I
You know, if
don't.
you
I
ever
wouldn't
need-
know about printer.
You would know
Yeah.
about printer.
I would,
Did
I would,
you
I would know
know,
about printer.
Business
Printers,
lawyer is
no, no.
responsible for inflation. All of it.
You take
All of
love
it, yeah,
my
yeah.
printer. Thing come out. Cheap paper come out. Nice, pretty colors. Look nice. Oh, look,
You're
pretty
making it
colors on that.
worse. Think of
Oh,
the
what?
investments I think are
My
Oh,
oh, what are you doing on?
It's so crucially
we're
important.
melting a little bit, aren't we? I
We're
can't get this
yes.
into my jacket because there's my chest in the way, which is
What?
just disappointing. So into my face.
Oh, I'm dying. Apparently, my internet's dying. Yay!
Oh no, we sound like Swiss cheese now. Yay!
Yay!
I love the amount of cameras you guys got here too. You got like 1, 2,
1, 2,
3,
3.
4,
We have
5,
to count
6,
them
7, 8, 9, blah 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 blah. Nice.
Which give
I
us
have
one that
them
we
all.
could totally go for a long time on.
Are we still?
Yeah, we are. We've still got a couple.
We melted a little bit, but we didn't break.
Yeah,
We
we're
bend under the lag winds.
okay. So if anyone that gets any thoughts about what happens, I'm currently hosting this session. We usually have a head list that we're kind of set up, but it went offline and we can't get it back on. So Murphy's Law. I'm running this off of my internet, and my internet is Starlink. So thank Elon Musk for any of the lag that happens.
Just upload harder.
It has good upload.
Gosh.
That's the thing. Like Starlink has really good upload. The problem is that when a satellite kind of goes across, it just like eventually decides that when it goes to the next
Computer
satellite,
harder.
it just like says no. So
I'm
once in a
doing things out
while,
of
everything
order.
just dies.
Well, stop dying. That's Canadian Gits job.
Your mechanic in the back has
I retired.
concocted another
A new-
message.
a
What
new
am I even? What am I
message.
even?
All
what am
right,
my eyes even laying
Which
themselves
would you
upon right now?
rather
Oh.
fight?
all right. We even have cards for this one.
Oh no.
Okay. So, our next question to ask our panel. Let's get these up. Let's get these up in the back here. Let's get these up in the back so
man.
people can see it. Get them in a good shot. It's just like we're a real late night talk show. I know we're fake. We aren't even. Let's see. Where's the camera? Get it
It's
behind.
not there.
This
no,
is
I,
real.
no,
man.
let go.
Oh,
Wolf. I'll
yeah, you get
I'll
it?
angle it for you. There
Yeah,
you go.
I'm like
Yeah, that's right,
backwards
yeah.
here. Oh, I put
They
that
gotta
on
put
my
the
desk.
camera on you though. Your camera guy is lacking it though. Camera guy. Hello.
Camera guy.
Do it.
You gotta do zoom in on them, like it's a late night show.
Yeah,
You gotta-
come
you gotta
on.
zoom in on them.
Pictures. They need
All
to see
right.
No,
the
not like
pictures.
that. Not that zoom. Wrong camera.
The wrong-
Camera
that's
guy.
my
That's
face.
the viewpoint. Oh, well, I don't think
We're getting some sass here.
Okay, so
Getting all
All
sassy.
right.
The more you know.
Yes.
the question is, which would you rather fight? Would you rather fight 20 McNugget-sized grimaces or one grimace-sized McNugget character? So,
Well,
would you want
Both
this?
of these seem pretty easy. The McNugget-sized characters look like they're maybe a foot tall. So
But
it's
it
a
has
really
to be a
tiny
grimace-sized
grimace.
McNugget.
Yeah, but each one of them could have a gun. So,
Yeah.
I would rather only have one big grimace. Chasing me down with the
One-
rocket launcher.
Wait a
One-
second. No, I take.
yeah, yeah.
There's a hole in this. It's 20 McNugget-sized grimaces. It's not McNugget character-sized grimaces. Those grimaces are the size of a single actual McNugget.
Those little
i.e.,
McNugget
you can
grimaces.
hold like all
We're
20
breaking this
of
down
them
to
in your
science right now,
hands.
if you can't
But-
tell.
They're
That is
probably
a joke. You could kick them across the room.
But
They'd
they all
be an
have
inch tall. Do they come-
knives and
Yes.
weapons.
Do they
and
come in
stuff.
a
I mean,
box?
if
They
you
are an
want
inch
to fight
tall.
them
They are
unarmed.
welcome to wield a 1-inch tall, appropriately sized knife.
This is
I could
like
still kick that.
this. Wait, do they all want? Is it like they are McNuggets and want us to eat them too? Like eat me, I'm good for you, and it's not really like that would make
That
it
makes
even
it more
weirder.
unsettling.
I'll break down the scenario.
no
If it's a
harder.
scenario with the big guy, I feel like I'm gonna be like fighting them and punching them, and it's not really gonna do too much because they're fat and fluffy and whatnot like that. So it's gonna be pretty hard. But if there's a bunch of tiny ones, I feel like that would be a lot scarier because then I feel like they would come up my pants legs or something like that, or go attack me like an army and swarm me like some sort of like insect swarm. So I think I'm gonna stick with the big one.
It's
Yeah,
just
this-
it's just micros.
You gotta consider
This
that
is
it's going to
20.
be like a Gulliver's Travels of
that's,
little grimaces.
Folks, if you are attacked
want
by
to-
like an army of 50,000 McNugget-sized things, there's a concern. But this is 20. There are just 20. It's not even 2
Wait, but
dozen.
what happens if they use
You
their
would just be
teeth?
stomping
What
for
happens-
30 seconds and you're
What
done.
happens if they use their teeth though, and they like are climbing on you, they're biting at you? That'd
You
be a
could just
nightmare.
roll on the
McNugget
ground.
size.
Stop,
they have
drop,
the
and roll.
strength and dexterity of a McNugget.
But they could have the intelligence of like a
A grimace?
evil overlord of some sort. You know,
Well,
they could,
maybe
they
I
could
want
be-
to
they could
challenge.
have-
Maybe I want to fight the one that's going to be hard to fight. Did you ever think about that one?
You think about
Maybe I
that.
want
It
to
didn't cross
challenge.
my mind. I assumed one was going for the win.
But it's a giant
Oh, I
McNugget,
see, I
though.
see.
It's a
Well,
giant
I'm-
McNugget character. Like, it's a grimace-sized McNugget. So that is a delicious piece of food.
Yes.
And it's a lot of it. It would solve world hunger.
Well, that kind of revolves back around to my comment on the business, the big bird thing. You just cook them, and they would be the least problematic
There's that.
character to marry, because it's like you could just cook them afterwards, and then you feed a party of 50 with
I mean,
Big Bird.
yeah, that.
Oh,
that would
yeah.
that
work.
just painted a picture in my head. Thank you.
I have to clarify one more thing. This is 20 grimaces the size of McNuggets. You would be the size of like a skyscraper to each of these suckers. Does this look like a guy who climbs skyscrapers on a regular basis?
No, 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 no.
No.
No,
really.
you
This
know, you
guy-
got you.
You
But
are
you know,
welcome
you-
to give
you
him a
know, now
knife
that-
if he's an inch tall.
You know, okay,
He's still
fine. I
this.
will.
Well,
Right. So we'll
that's
we'll
just-
take all 20
look.
of them. We'll collect them. We'll put them in a box, and then we'll sell them on the black market again. Right. Business lawyer. Write this down.
There we go.
Idea.
this is
Why are
just
we
Joe
selling
in the
everything?
Hut after
We're
they got
selling
cleaned
lungs
up
and
from their
little
rehab
grimaces on the black
program.
market.
It's good money.
Everything on the black market is good money, apparently.
Not everything.
I think
Your
I would
toenail
rather.
clippings aren't.
Have you ever
Wow,
been to the
that's
black
awfully
market?
Specific.
I'm sure
It's,
I can fetch a pretty penny for toenail clippings, a whole jar full of them on the black market. I bet you I could sell a whole jar to someone who's really into toenail clippings.
How
Well,
often are you on the black market for
I
this?
don't want you to be right so strongly. I'm going to refuse to accept you are.
I bet
That
you
is-
could sell anything to anyone. There's someone that has a fetish for it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Literally anything. I bet you there's someone that has a fetish for 20 McNugget-sized grimaces.
I feel
Yeah, we're
Probably.
talking about
the
the things that
Venn
matter here.
diagram of people who are savvy enough to have significant connections in the black market and people who have every conceivable fetish don't overlap as much as you think they do. There's got to be
depends on how
some skill set.
It depends on the obscurity of said fetish. Like, if it's so obscure you have to go to the black market for everything with your fetish, people like their fetishes. So they are going to get it some way.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly reasonable to want nuclear toothpaste.
I mean, Business Lawyer has his fetish for office supplies.
Office supplies and,
Toothpaste?
whenever
I mean,
I
you
need
can
a
get toothpaste
briefcase
anywhere.
full of teeth, I can always count on the black market to
But only
provide
9
that
out
for
of
me.
10 doctors suggest it.
I, for one, do like good dental hygiene as well. That is a very big turn on
Do
for
you-
me too.
do you-
Yes, good
do you-
dental hygiene.
Did you
Yeah.
vote for Vermin Supreme?
I will plead the fifth.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I
you don't
plead
even
the
know.
fifth.
You don't
I'm
even
not-
know who I'm talking
So,
about.
so that you're
No.
going to give us like five reasons
No.
why you should answer that question, right?
Why?
Wait, I have to give 5 reasons?
You're
That's the
going to give us 5 of something.
Yeah,
Give
wait,
us
no,
5 answers.
This isn't how this works. I wasn't.
Yeah,
Well-
5 something, please. So that we would like
Welcome
that.
to
anything.
very much.
Okay,
The rights
five,
are very
five
weird
reasons.
here.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
short. I'm not intelligent enough to answer that question. I don't know what on earth he's talking about. I need 2 more. I didn't.
Tomato, tomato.
There's the 4th reason. I didn't finish the blender.
You didn't finish a
and-
blender, yeah.
And the 5th. Yes.
I like
Okay,
how
so
the
he's
camera just appears
gone.
on your face.
He has escaped.
He has escaped. I have the sit where he's supposed to sit right here. So we can just put that back here. Back here. It'll be fine.
Wow.
Okay, we've apparently gotten rid of our
You killed
Coffee
him.
gremlin.
yeah. Our
realize
coffee gremlin.
the audience will never see when the camera decides to merge with your eyeballs, but I want to note that it's deeply unsettling every single time.
Yes, quite.
It's very. Oh, I can see it when I turn my head a little bit. Oh no.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
You
We're
have
gonna let
a
everyone else
what
see
it
it.
looks like.
cannon
That-
shooting out between your eyes.
Get a nice close up of that.
Newt, you're. Oh God,
That's
is
what it looks like every
terrifying.
time.
You need to change that camera angle. Good.
It's
my
your face, yeah. Your
Yes.
face, the camera angle.
My face is terrible. People are seeing our whole setup too. They're
Yeah.
ruining the magic. We are ruining the magic. It's like taking your fursuit head off.
Well, this is what happens when you don't give when you only pay them in saltine crackers. What did you expect?
I didn't get, you know.
I didn't even pay them in that.
See, now
Oh,
here's the
well.
No donuts or
Poor
anything.
things.
No,
The
no.
only thing you need to do to reestablish the magic if you accidentally take off the fursuit head is to just keep taking heads off. Eventually, the magic comes back.
That would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I take the fursuit head off, and take my regular head off, then take my skull off, and then take. Wait.
Well, you're good at that point. I think they're probably feeling the magic
Canadian
again.
would know
at
about that one
point.
too.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would know about that one too. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be wearing a fursuit while in a fursuit.
Well,
That would be terrifying.
yeah,
Have you ever been in a fursuit? It's wearing a sofa.
So you're doubling sofa. Double
You're just
sofa.
you just become a beanbag.
Yep.
No, I don't think you'd be able to double layer those two things on top of each other by
it
that
would-
point. It would be very, very
I don't know.
tight and very uncomfortable to move around.
It's probably somebody's fetish.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
this
Oh,
how we're
back
just
to-
gonna go to this
back
point?
to- back to
Everything,
this.
everything is gonna go there, isn't it?
Everything is a
You
fetish.
do realize
this
that
is probably
you do
it's-
realize, you do realize it is everything. Yes, we know. We know the
Literally.
internet. We're
It's what the
adults.
youths
We're
are
now.
into.
Oh, there is some places on the
The
internet that I
youths?
have been
Youths. Yes.
that I don't.
Oh look, we have a final topic. Woo!
we do?
Final topic. Yeah.
it's coming up.
It's just silence. We will
I know,
sit here in
this-
silence
our-
for the next
our
12
guests-
minutes.
Our guests
Yeah.
are worried about what
know,
this is, and
we-
they're probably wishing that this ends after talking about marrying Muppets.
Yep. And
Yep.
cooking them.
Cooking,
Yeah,
cooking
Mm,
Muppets.
delicious.
I mean,
delicious.
I would
I mean-
definitely eat Miss Piggy because bacon is fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I don't
feel
care.
sentient bacon, or previously sentient bacon, is dubious.
I mean, we're all furries, right? So
I don't
like,
think that makes it less dubious.
Wait,
that raises
wait,
further
wait
questions,
for it.
deeper concerns.
the deeper concerns is in our universe. All right, in our universe, we have anthros and ferals. So, but the ferals can be sentient as well. So where do we get our meat products?
I can't speak to the organization of your universe.
I mean,
where do we
you
get
know,
our
they're
meat?
the
Or,
same
like,
place I
it
get
would
all my
have
teeth
to
from,
be-
probably.
Are
It
there
would
any
have to
fish
be-
furries?
Yes, I've seen
No.
koi. I've seen koi furries.
Follow-up question: does anyone care about the fish furries?
That's to any fish furries watching right now. We care about you. We love you.
Oh no.
Oh,
What's your
okay, I'm
freaking
out of
question?
ideas.
Gita doesn't like you apparently because all you
I'm
can.
just inquiring about the organization
you?
of your universe, not making suggestions about
Do
how
you
should
care about
organize
fish
it.
furries?
I've never seen one, but hypothetically, I care about a hypothetical fish furry.
You just the hypothetical ones, not any real ones that might be in the
Well-
universe. Just hypothetical.
The second I encounter one, it'll be a
They do
real fish
exist,
furry,
though.
and
They do.
I'll care about them.
I mean, there's shark furries. They're fish. I've seen plenty of
Yeah.
sharks.
Or dolphins. Dolphins,
That's
I guess you
true.
could consider this, but yeah.
Dolphins, I guess, aren't.
Dolphins are
Even
mammals.
the things that we think don't really exist a lot probably exist a lot. Like, for example, like insectoids. I guess that falls into the line
I
because it's
mean,
an
insect-
anthropomorphic type creature. So,
I hope you
insect-
like
ins-
but mostly
tofu.
for aliens.
There are insect
Yeah.
furries because
They do.
one of the most prominent insect furries is Uncle Kage from Anthrocon. He's an insect furry. He's a cockroach.
Well, that's nice.
He's a cockroach. That's
Oh,
nice.
this person is.
That's nice.
I
Yes.
agree. Maybe.
The guy who
Maybe,
runs
I don't know.
Anthrocon.
Yeah, they run Anthrocon.
Oh.
They've been doing it for a long
Yeah.
long time.
Anyhow, we have a final topic. We have 10 minutes in our regularly scheduled programming to go through this final topic.
Ooh, fun times.
If each person on the couch was a car, what car would they be? You cannot choose your car for yourself, only the guests' cars.
Oh no.
Oh,
What
okay,
would
I'll
they
go
be?
first. Okay, Canadian Get would be like one of those vehicles from like the Addams Family type thing. You know, like one of those cars, like the older ones. I feel like that would match your style pretty well.
Wait, what's that?
I forget what the name of that
the
car
one-
would kind of be with. It's like a hood, it's black, and it has
The-
like a
the one
long
where-
phases, and it's
Isn't it Rob Zombie that designed that car for one something like that? Like what was that car? Crap. There was like
yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but if anybody knows the name,
Are you thinking
good
of
on
a
you.
hearse?
What?
A hearse?
No, not a
Hearse
hearse.
is a fairly decent pick.
I mean,
I'd
he would be.
say.
I would definitely see Get as a hearse though.
Very on
Yeah.
brand, you could say.
Yeah, and then I would say business lawyer would be like one of those Hot Wheel cars that just got.
You're
That-
I am
It's a
sorry.
little bit
Is
small.
he-
You know, it's a little
Wait,
plastic.
is
shiny,
Is he a
okay.
real Hot Wheels car or a knockoff Hot Wheels car? Is he like one of those
I'd say
Chinese
a-
ones, the ones that are
I'd say they're an authentic. I'd say they're
Warm-
an authentic Hot Wheels car. Yeah,
Warm
you know,
vehicles?
They have
I was
some
gonna say
class.
off-brand to make my suing,
Warm vehicles.
people less able to sue me because
Yes.
how do you sue an off-brand company?
Oh, okay. So no, he would be off-brand.
he
then.
would be
Yeah.
a warm
He'd be an
vehicle, not a
off-brand
Hot
Hot
Wheels.
Wheels.
Yes, totally off-brand.
They'd be a fast wheels. Yeah.
Fast wheels. Yes,
Yes,
gotta go
fast.
quickly.
Yeah, faster.
Must
gotta
go
go,
fast.
Gotta go.
expediently.
Gotta go quick.
I mean, I'm surprised nobody chose business lawyer as being a 90s era Oldsmobile.
Also a solid pick.
Sure, that
Would
could
you be
work
a-
too. Okay, Canadian Get. What would you say for me in business lawyer? What do you say?
Vibrant green Corvette for you.
Oh yeah, it's Corvette. Yeah, especially with my
Let's
wings.
say
Oh
Corvette
yeah.
3
Oh man.
or 7.
I
don't
feel like
care. One of them.
I would. I hope it would be for the Japanese, Tokyo drift type style, with the foam
Whereas a
patterns on it.
business lawyer,
What?
he's a
What
beetle.
about me? Okay.
A beetle. Yeah,
he's a-
yeah, that works. Too,
Which
yeah,
which
yeah.
one? The original, the new, or the new?
I don't know what the new
Yeah, they have-
beetle
they have
is.
three of them
I'm
nowadays.
intrigued. There
They-
might be a better pick then because I'd have to pick between the older two.
Because they got the original Beetle that everyone knows and loves. They got the new Beetle that everyone hates that came with a flower pot in it. And then you got the new Beetle, which people kind of liked. The one that kind of looks like a little Porsche.
I kind of liked all of them really. Like the old one had that nice vintage feel to it. I've actually been in one of those, and the new ones were okay. They felt a lot more spacious than the previous ones. I haven't been in the newest new one, so I don't really have a whole lot of comments on them. But they do look spacious too.
The cool thing about the new Beetle, the one that was they called a new Beetle. It was just a Beetle, but they called it the new Beetle that people know. Like the 2000s. Those generated so much lift that they only weighed like 50 pounds at a certain, I think it was like 100 miles an hour or something like that. Like they would, because they're shaped like an airplane wing, so they just have no downforce.
Isn't that dangerous?
Very.
Yeah, it seems like you'd be able to get to the first turn once, and that would be your driving experience.
Those Beetles have such little
fun.
downforce that like they have lift that it's like at high highway speeds they get super twitchy and light. And the turbo ones, because they did make a turbo variant of the new Beetle, have a wing that comes out the top to try and make downforce because it's so light.
So what you're saying is the Autobahn
Makes sense.
is a fantastic experience.
If you like to
Once.
roll your Beetle and make it a
Again.
wheel,
Once.
No, what you're saying is I should put wings that do the opposite, and then I can actually fly with it. Right, and I'm gonna fly with my beetle.
You could,
Yeah,
you could
freaking
connect. You could
airplane at that point.
attach.
Come on.
You could attach two new Beetles together and make a airplane, probably.
Nice.
Well, I'll let you try that one. You know,
We will be the Wright brothers of new Beetles.
I feel the trade-in of really enjoyable car ride to really unenjoyable plane ride is bad.
I mean, you could fly. You can fly a short distance, unless you do it off of a broken bridge or something. Then you can fly a longer distance, but it's more falling slowly.
Slowly.
It
and
depends if
at
you
that
put
point, you
any.
may as well just make a roller coaster that just launches people off a cliff, and then just call it like you. It'll be the most exciting time of your life. You know,
It
it's like,
would be
yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
else will ever trump this. We guarantee it.
technically
Yeah.
technically correct.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
give us 2 vehicles.
Yes, now give them the vehicles. And we can
Kind of reminds
totally
me of a
judge
roller
you.
coaster that was
Well, let's
designed
see,
to actually
Euthanasia.
Old
Style
suicide.
Volkswagen
Yeah.
van,
Euthanasia
for
coaster.
you,
Oh,
with
I'll
the
take
big
that.
logo on the front.
Apparently, it's a
Okay.
wonderful way of dying because you
And,
get all those happy chemicals released out of your body before you pass out,
so-
and then eventually,
Oh, what'd you say? What'd you say? Git was because
Okay, Git is the old Volkswagen van with the giant logo on front. You know, the really rounded ones, kind of associated
a
with all
Volkswagen
those
bus, or
hipsters,
yeah,
those hippie
Excellent.
people. You know, okay. And next one is one of those people who has one of those SUVs that have speakers that are actually larger than the vehicle itself. So they have to cut a hole on
yep.
top, and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
just blast their speakers. They just drive
Oh, you
around the
know
neighborhood
it.
and just blast out that you
So
know
he's-
that
he's a
Yeah,
pimp.
we're gonna hit that
music.
button. All that glass just shatters.
Is he a-
Let's go.
a pimp,
He's
a
got
pimp
all the
my
tasty
ride
jams.
level of
you know
You
it.
don't even have
Yeah.
like it mounted on the top of the car. You have just clearly what is a sunroof. You turn it on, it blows out intentionally every single time. You get it replaced just so the glass can blow out at the start of the song.
The
Yeah,
car
also
is the
with LED
speaker.
lights all
What would
over
you
the
call that?
place.
What-
You
That
know,
would
so
be
that-
that would be a car I would have. So I mean, he is pretty right. I mean, I would have a car. So
Cadillac Escalade that is
Yeah.
nothing.
So this is the boombox bus.
My internet dying again.
Yeah, I couldn't
Stop-
make out what you
just
said there.
internet harder.
My
Do more
Elon Musk
interneting.
is what's doing this to me. All right, blame Elon.
So this would be called the boombox bus.
The boombox bus. I
No,
like that.
wait.
Has a nice ring to it.
Oh, next one would be a school bus that's fitted out with all that.
Oh my gosh.
The
Okay.
entire
I mean-
school bus, only
Are you
speakers
trying to say
behind.
are you trying? Okay. Yeah. I mean, that would be pretty long though. No. Saying
It would be a
long?
lot of speakers.
Is it a normal bus with the frizz? No way.
I think that would kill some creatures if you play to that full power.
He could take off. He could enjoy flight with speakers.
Well, it'd have to be a windowless bus because you just break all the glass
It will
right
become
away.
a windowless bus.
Eventually. Or
Windowless
immediately.
bus.
The case may be.
I would have to say it won't be immediately become a windowless bus because he has to turn it on first.
Mm.
Yep,
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So, but the
Is a
moment
bus
he
really
even
still a bus if it's not moving?
is it? Yes,
Yes.
I believe it
You
is.
know,
Yes, it is. Oh no, it is.
No,
Oh.
That was a
Yeah.
statement.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
just drop
that
your next
is-
mixtape, on that bus and just go to town.
That would be. Wait, let's attach wings to this bus too. A bus with
Well,
wings?
I guess. I mean, if you're gonna do it with
Speakers?
the Beatles, you may as well just do it with the other cars. Too. I mean,
No,
who
attach
cares?
Beatles. Attach Beatles to the bus.
Okay, now you're
What,
just getting a little ridiculous.
what
This
will
is
be
not
the
a
first?
bus.
Exhibit.
What will be the first song you play in the bus?
This is not a bus that periodically flies. It is a bus that frequently crashes.
In style.
Well,
It
obviously,
crashes
the wheels
loudly.
on the bus would be the song that would be played. It'd be like
Wheel-
a remix of it. Right? It'd be like
The
a,
wheels on the bus go whoop,
like a
whoop.
death metal variant of it, probably. Just Yeah, just get Metallica to do it, just the wheels on the bus, and then have them like just mix up the lyrics and put their own style in it. There you go. You have the perfect bus song for the biggest sound blaster bus.
We've hit 2 hours now, so let's do one last thing.
And I still haven't had my donuts.
Nom.
We can do one last thing if we have enough people watching. Maybe we can field questions from Twitch.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Well,
If anyone
those
on
5
Twitch-
people better start.
Those 5
pitching in.
people, 4 of them probably monitors. Let's
Probably.
figure out. Yeah, let's
figure out what the real.
let's figure out what the one guy that watched us all
Yes,
embarrass ourselves.
I think we can
Let's do it.
probably say chatter of the week is probably Cosmo Comedy.
Congratulations, Cosmo Comedy.
You have a donut. You have a donut. You have a donut by the leg. Your leg. Apparently, you have a donut.
Well,
Here's your donut. You've gotten your donut.
I guess this is somewhat acceptable. It is designated as my donut. It does have a distinct orange color to
My
it, so that does mean that it is designated as
brand.
my donut.
It's your brand.
Delicious.
It is somewhat acceptable.
Do we have a question from Twitch yet, or Twitch? You're supposed to be monitoring that too.
There's nothing yet. There's nothing yet. No, I am monitoring that. Otherwise, I would say something.
Which is quiet.
I know.
I promise I am
I
monitoring.
bet most
I'm
of
doing
those
my
viewers
job.
are AFK.
Please.
Somebody said something.
Okay,
Please.
everybody stare.
They heard their name.
Who? Oh,
Cosmo
no.
Comedy. We're aware that you exist.
Yes, Cosmo. We know you.
Ask us questions.
Give us the
Cosmo.
question, Cosmo.
Cosmo.
We s-
What?
we see you now.
Give us the questions, Cosmo. We know you have the
I
questions.
We know you're in
mean-
there.
Oh no.
Is this the Neos is starting to show?
Good.
The Neos is showing.
Oh,
I can't even see what I'm
Goddamn.
saying.
I didn't see it.
Damn.
In 2021.
I
Well,
don't
yeah.
believe business lawyer ever.
Believe
No,
me.
Never.
Yes.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Gone wrong.
Next one gone wrong.
You know it.
That's fine. If they need milk, there's always some behind the desk.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You want some
okay,
okay,
we
volley
have
milk?
we
I
do
don't know.
have
So I have a gift for you though.
I don't know if
for
it's
us
not
to-
milk,
I'm
but
gonna
that
gi-
makes
I'm
it
gonna
worse.
Give you, I'm gonna
we
give
do
you- oh,
we
okay.
do we have a question here.
What's the
All right.
question?
Are
Wow.
you ready? It
Uh-oh.
is
We're in trouble now. I wasn't expecting them to answer.
is hot dog water good?
Hot what? Hot dog water. Oh,
is,
God.
Is
I mean-
hot dog water good?
I mean,
I've never been
is-
in a food eating competition, so I wouldn't know
Okay,
about that one.
no,
but
it's hot
I
dog
would
water.
imagine, sure.
I know what they're talking about is when you got the packaged hot dogs. In America, we package our hot dogs in those stupid like vacuum sealed packs that you open
That's
up
what
and
they're
it
talking
has
about.
and it has the water that's like left over inside of it.
The
In other
juice.
countries, they have canned hot dogs, which I don't
The
know if they
juice.
come with water.
Let's call it the
in
hot
them.
dog juice.
Yeah,
Let's call it
wow.
hot dog juice.
Hot dog juice, huh?
I
Do
have
you
not
dr-
historically juiced my hot dogs nor drank the juice. There might be different traditions regionally, but I don't think that happens around here.
Wait, what is the process of juicing a hot dog?
you put a
I
hot
am
dog in a
not going
juicer.
to ask that question.
You
I'm gonna
paid $5.99
juice
for it. You might as well have all of it. Drink that water. That's what I say.
I'd rather drink proper weight orange juice.
Don't let the $5.99 go waste.
Like
Yeah.
you could just take everything that comes out and put it through a blender and then just drink it, and you're
You
getting
know,
all of
take
it.
Why take it out of the package? Just put that all in the blender.
See, I think this just strengthens my case for having laser teeth.
Here you
In
go.
defense
'Cause you're red.
of
It's a
hot
gift
dog
for ya.
water, which is
What
not a
is
sentence
this?
I
don't
intended
even
to
know.
say.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause you're
yeah.
red.
Hold on. I'm
Hold
on my ear.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have
Where
a
is it?
question.
Yeah,
I have
what? Not
A
here.
point to clarify. If you say boil hot dogs because you don't have a barbecue or you just don't trust yourself with a barbecue. Hot dogs get bigger. Why? They absorb water. So
I'm
if you
hungry
eat
now.
those hot
Talk about hot
dogs,
dogs.
you are
Oh
by
my God.
necessity
What did I do?
consuming hot dog water
Oh.
and presumably not that angry about the fact.
Why are what the?
I
wanna
think
try
he's
hot
trying
dog
to
water
dodge the
now.
question
It's killed
by
me.
using
I never
some
actually drank
moon
it.
logic.
Now I want to drink it.
No, I
You
mean
wanna
to say
drink-
this is the only argument for good hot dog water. If you like hot dogs that are boiled, you probably like hot dog water, or you've consumed
Yeah.
a decent chunk
You
of it.
turned matter and
Yeah.
turned back.
Yeah, it's true. That's a true
Yeah,
statement.
I mean, I've never. I keep grabbing matter. I can't put the hat on his head. I am
Oh,
disabled.
Poor thing.
I'm an idiot.
Oh.
Well, you said it, not me.
I will take what I can get at this point.
I'm just gonna.
Well, I'm
disable.
gonna take out my aggression on this Kirby. Yeah,
That
you
what?
can.
He's so cute.
He probably
No.
deserves it.
Is this what you do in your spare time?
Yes.
This is
I do.
That was great.
off stream excellent over here.
Just
gets
punching
Joe
Kirby? He's so happy on stream. He's so
Yeah. I
lovable.
also have
like,
another red
hey,
thing for you
everybody.
if you'd like. Here you go.
Oh no.
Enjoy.
This is
Oh, it's
This-
2018 all over again.
Yes.
I know the way.
I know
He
the
is
way.
going to
though.
be. He is going to be. Going to be my little
Beautiful.
helper at the end here.
I
Beautiful.
wasn't good enough. Is this
Oh, and with all that hot dog talk, we have to get some hot dogs in us. There you go.
No.
Yeah.
gosh dang it.
So I don't know. We could
All right,
always talk about the
Delicious.
guests that we might recommend for this show.
Yes.
Or
We can.
Uh,
You guys can recommend.
I got,
This is dragons. Dragons. Am I right?
Those hot dogs were delicious.
Yeah.
You're
Ah.
breathing them.
To be honest, you were
I mean, that's
dressing
it. That's
yourself up.
you know,
Okay,
you
calm
know
down there.
dragons have a breath weapon. Hot dogs are his breath weapon.
yeah, that's definitely hot dogs.
Yum.
See? He can shoot hot dogs directly into your mouth.
Oh man.
Don't say it like that. One job, man.
Okay, well, we're demonetized now. Yay!
Yay.
We broke into your ass. Yay!
Yay!
One job. You had one job.
Yeah, it's like,
I didn't talk about anything bad.
Not
Just
yet,
hot
but
dogs.
we're getting there.
Just hot dogs.
Just hot dogs.
Just hot dogs.
Very well. I am watching. I'm watching you.
You're going to fall off the desk there in a second.
I'm watching you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. He is disappeared into Knuckles. Too loud. Ow. The audience is now deaf.
No, just you.
That was loud for me, but I have big ears.
You're not the audience.
Well, now I'm deaf. So
oh man.
we can field who you guys want to embarrass on the show on stream, since this is the first
It's on the
episode.
show.
I guess you could call some people out.
Yeah.
Do you want to call people out?
Hey,
go
Nex,
ahead.
why don't you recommend your friend Agus? I mean, I got a
Oh,
picture of him.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Aegis, you're really looking great these days, I want to say. And I'm glad that you have a gaming black hole in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. They're fine.
Canadian
I mean-
is
Yeah,
now Agus.
And I'm
Yep.
pretty sure you can get fruits on there eventually. So you can just go, hey,
I mean, we
Like,
have
look
them
at that.
here now.
Everybody's
He's
easily-
getting sucked in. He's getting sucked in. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well that's an
Welcome
experience.
hey, over there, we'll just leave by the bushes.
Oh, my internet My internet dying
So,
is back.
A little bit.
Do I get to eat the saltine crackers now?
Oh, those
no,
are mine.
I've
those,
been
are,
waiting
those
for
are for the next
crackers.
guests now.
I
What?
wasn't
I don't
offered
get
any
them?
crackers.
No, you were
Okay.
you were late.
I
Why would you
guess.
give you crackers? You were late.
Well, I
Do you
didn't
have
get
hot
any
dogs?
donuts when I got here. I'm just saying, I don't even think you had them prepared in the first place.
We had to go
I
out
do.
and get the donuts.
I was very upset that there wasn't like a little cart. Yeah, I was very upset that there wasn't a food cart here that had like it didn't have like designated snack items that were specifically labeled for specific people.
You're just mad that we didn't have your taco stand.
I'm
Yes.
also upset about that. Yeah.
There is a list.
Yes.
There is. There really is.
There's
If
a
only
list.
you did. Don't worry, business lawyer. I got you covered. Here we go.
Oh,
Here's
no.
your tacos.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Here's your
So,
taco
Now
stand.
we
Devolving.
have the
There
food
you
cart.
go.
We need a green
everybody
room.
deserves
we need
their own taco
Oh,
stand.
we're not just green.
I have
Just a
merged
green
partially
green
with the
room,
taco
paid
stand.
There you go.
payment for
No,
the
you can be a part.
cash
You're the
Now
branch
just
out of the
merged more
business.
thoroughly
and
with
a
the
working food
taco
cart.
stand.
Okay. Anything
Yeah.
else?
Yes.
You know, the funny fact about this stupid asset is that I don't know, like
I'll
a
just
friend of mine,
leave.
Sloppy McFloppy, was
I don't know.
he's
Can we
like-
say that name? That sounds very dirty.
it is a dirt. I don't know, like That's
Say Sloppy
another-
McFloppy on stream because it's their name. Sloppy McFloppy. Sloppy
Yeah, I
McFloppy.
use-
Sloppy McFloppy.
I
And
just
we're
uh,
We're demonetized.
It's gone.
yeah, that's fine.
Sloppy McFloppy. Sloppy McFloppy.
It's like saying like oh, Hotmail, that must be a porn site.
Demonetized.
You using
Demonetized.
using
Demonetized.
Hotmail? Wow.
Good thing yellow is a good color.
Yeah.
Here
Oh,
you go.
man.
You
Business
guys are
lawyer,
gonna
we
need
need to
this.
get cooking.
There you go.
Oh, we
Oh,
do.
that-
Oh, we did. We
Thank
got
you
our
so
first
much.
payment.
The
Yeah,
first
I need
donation.
that.
You're supposed to pay us. What's the
Can I
What?
close
Well-
this? I can't. Why can I click on this?
close? What? What are you trying to close?
Well, there's supposed to be a thing here.
Well, too bad. What you see is what you get.
We are.
Mhm.
We are
Alright.
now. We are no
I'll
longer
go with this.
Contacts Plus. We are a taco stand.
Yeah.
Welcome to Taco
Well,
Town. Today we'll be talking
well,
about
yeah.
the
Okay, I
five
want to share,
best
share
tacos.
this business venture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
Hey,
sneeze
Yeah,
on the
sneeze on all the
tacos.
tacos.
Stop
Enjoy
sneezing.
that.
That's illegal in
Health
some
and-
countries.
Health and
Wow,
safety
that's a
violation.
big taco stand now. Holy crap.
This is just a fairly normal taco stand.
Eat.
Eat.
Usually
Just
just
eat.
a small taco
Eat.
stand.
Eat taco.
Just eat. Just eat our
look-
tacos.
Yeah.
Consume taco.
Eat. Eat.
Delicious.
Oh wow, this has devolved into Neo's.
Yeah, we have a new item. We have Fruxicles.
So if anyone's never been on Neo's before, this is Neo's. It's a taco stand.
No, I'm surprised it actually took us about 2.5 hours to get to this point. I'm actually pleased with ourselves.
We kept it slightly on topic.
I know.
Slightly.
It was actually not bad.
I'm faintly
indeed.
surprised someone managed to make their way to our stream and listened for a couple of hours without knowing what Neos is. But if you are here,
Well,
welcome.
it's going to be recorded.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
everything that's on here is now going to be used as blackmail. Oh
Yes,
Oh,
of
wow.
course.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh,
that
yes.
tracks.
Just
This
like
is really-
one Twitch crip when I was saying that the nut was good when it's moist. Yeah.
Watch, there's some
Yeah,
very
everything is-
powerful and influential fish furries out there, and
And then we're also going to have the fan art of
when the
Git with Kermit the Frog.
I could see it
Oh,
working.
of course,
still.
yeah.
We need
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I
Any
could talk to
artists?
Kermit.
Any artist can make that for us. That would be fantastic.
Indeed. Here, let me get the taco stand there. There you go.
We don't need tacos?
No, we need
You
Fruxius
had
on here
enough
now.
tacos.
Oh, okay.
We,
That thing is freaking massive. Oh wait, I'm freaking small. Okay,
You
never
are
mind. I take it back.
you forget your size.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh, I can't lean that far. Okay. Anyway, so as the end of the show, it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. Been a pleasure having you guys.
We never went over who they were gonna get on the show notes.
Oh, right. Yeah, we
They
didn't
don't
really
need.
address that.
They can. They can. They don't need to say it out on stream. They can call people out.
We'll do it in secret so that
You can
nobody
do it
will
in
know
secret,
the kind
too.
of damage that I'm going to do to this
one of
show
the
by,
other things
by
that
recommend
the
that.
show
I
stays-
feel like I would nominate Dr. Frank.
You can go on stage.
He's been around for a good long while and should have cool things to plug.
Dr. Frank.
Yes, do a Dr. Frank Sharkmare. There we go.
Oh,
Dr.
God.
Frank
That could do.
Sharkmare.
That could do.
Sharkmare.
A Dr. Frank Sharkmare. That's a good quality. Yeah, you should have them on your show next.
Okay, so
maybe
we need
even
to get.
maybe even throw in a what is his name? Can't remember his name now. I remember his face though.
I'm sure he
for-
exists.
You've forgotten.
Yeah.
You've forgotten him. He was in a dream once.
It's not that I've
Yeah,
forgotten
take-
him.
take a
It's just I
Gundagun over
can't
there,
remember
mate.
his name. It's probably this headset. It's too tight on my head.
Ah, yes.
your head's too
First
big.
person problems.
And
I know. First world problems. My headset's too heavy because I paid too much
Just-
money for it.
It's rich people problems. Just
Rich
I
Your
people
mean,
neck's not
problems.
strong enough.
I
You should
know
be
it.
able to,
Yeah.
like,
so, I guess, as our wonderful backstage dog has said, before we close, anything you want to plug or promote?
well, our
Um,
toothpaste factory is producing some quality nuclear toothpaste goods.
Mm.
There's this game called Neos VR that I'm rather attached to, and I think lots of people
Yes,
should
we're on
play.
here. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
like
that would
We're,
probably.
Probably.
we're
As a
plugging and
general
promoting what
idea.
we're using right now.
We've probably
Hey,
been
look,
plugging
we,
it.
we actually have legs.
Yes.
It's great.
Oh,
W-
yes,
We
we
invented
have-
legs.
We-
We
First-
just came up with the brilliant idea to stand on them.
First ever known leg users right here.
Yes, first ever.
Mhm.
Nobody has ever used legs before
Yep.
before
I'll
EOS VR.
also promote to be sure to do something nice for somebody and give your time to people because, it's important to do such. And yeah, that's what I'll promote. Promote kindness.
Mhm.
Promoting kindness and neos.
Yes.
They
Yes,
they
be kind to
sometimes don't go hand in hand. Usually in neos, you just try to kill the next person in the most weird way.
And for some reason,
Well,
it's
that does
always
happen.
me. What is the point in that? Hmm?
Because you're you.
Yeah. I do
Yes, I'll
think
promote
people
Career
can
Jam
have,
too. Why not?
Yes,
Career
Creator
Jam as
Jam.
well is amazing too.
Yes. I guess we fielded questions. We've done everything here that we can do. We were not going to take up all their time tonight. I mean, we could, but it'd probably be rude.
It'd be fun.
Yes, then I would strangle you right there at your desk.
Yeah,
It'd be
and then we'd
fun.
have to make a milk carton
See,
for
look,
you.
see, this is what we're
instead.
talking about. The kindness and Neos don't always mix.
See, yes, you just promoted kindness,
Oh,
and then
kindness has its limits.
kindness is on a timer.
If this was a 24-hour one, then yes, I'd be wringing you by your neck. It'd be great.
Let's go 48 charity stream.
Right.
Soon.
But then, if by then murdering me, you'd be ending the charity stream, which would be unkind.
Yes, how unkind of me.
Yeah, you would really want those kids to remain orphans.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, dang it. This is getting. This is
Well,
getting
let's
worse.
do that. But yes, thank you so very much for having us on this show.
Indeed.
It was pleasant, and the questions were strange, and yeah.
That's
Yeah, had a delightfully acceptable time here.
acceptable.
It was
Mhm.
confused and hectic and frantic at times, but enjoyable.
Enjoyable
I
as
wish
what
you the
we go
best of luck.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yes.
Yes. So, on that note, we will be ending the stream tonight. Thank you for joining us for our first ever episode of Contacts Plus. Next week, we don't know who's going to be on, but we are going to use our guests as resources to get more guests. You are now
Awesome.
you are now resources.
Yeah.
I'll talk to
Thank you
HR.
Thank you for your addition to the Republic.
Thank you,
And-
everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
I love you all. Mwah.
Bye.
Mwah. Kisses.
All right.